So if you're new to the channel, I'm going to share a couple of useful things that I've learned this week that I hope you find valuable. One of the things that I heard is you cannot give to others what you do not give to yourself. So if you want to give somebody time, if you want to give somebody patience, if you want to give somebody kindness, compliments, love, approval, whatever that looks like, if you are not able or willing to spend the time to do that for yourself, it's very difficult to give that to other people. So, what can you give yourself that you crave from others so that you need it a little bit less? That is one invitation that I would give you. The second is we have so many expectations of ourselves and the roles that we play that we often put ourselves under an immense amount of pressure because of that. What happens then is we don't meet those expectations, even though we probably haven't created them ourselves. We've probably just inherited them. And so what happens is we constantly beat ourselves up of not aligning with or meeting those expectations. And we just get caught in this bad cycle of not meeting expectation, beating ourselves up, and never making progress because we're so we're beaten down. So instead, how can you be kinder with your expectations so that you make those games and roles that you play winnable rather than playing the unwinnable game, which is try to compete with all of the expectations that you will inherit from every social media feed that you pay attention to? What it means to be a brother, a husband, a partner, a friend, a colleague, all of those kind of things. It makes a massive difference if you create those expectations versus inherit or just assume. So that's the second thing that I would offer. The third is we can often think that something that is minor and not see that it can have an impact on major things. If, for example, your relationship with your partner, you think it's something small that they said, but actually it's affecting everything else because it's been on your mind for the rest of the day, well, then it's not a minor thing. It's actually a major thing because it's affecting everything. It's spilling into these other areas of your life, not just a narrow area that you think isn't great or isn't impactful. So often when I work with people, what I do is have them use a tool like the Wheel of Life to get really clear on where they're at currently and where they could pay a little bit more attention to, but also could be grateful for areas that are doing really well. And what that does is it helps you step back and gain perspective over your life, but also helps you kind of see this area is not performing well, this area is impacted by that. And so if I improve this minor thing, it will have an impact across the rest of the wheel. And the wheel of life will spin a little bit easier because you've paid attention to those kind of minor things or potentially in your perspective minor things. So those are three things. I hope they're helpful for today. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed today's video for this week's learning, and I'm looking forward to sharing more in a video soon.